What is going on, everybody? This is On the Mark with your boy Marcus Washington, where we talk everything Falcons football, man. And boy, this was an automatic classic, man. Um, wow. If you're a Falcons fan, we're used to this. this was the quintessential heart attack game. Literally. Carolina had two opportunities to win this game. However, they should have never been in the position to win the game to begin with. Had we lost this game, Dean Pease's job is probably on the line. That defense was absolutely ass today. Absolutely ass. You give up a 60. First off, listen, I'm going to celebrate in a minute, but I got to talk about something that didn't make no damn sense. They have no timeouts. You should have had guys lined up in the end zone. I'm going to give them everything underneath. What I'm not going to do is allow DJ Moore to split my defense and get in the end zone for a chance at a touchdown. Bruh, I literally, you know what, man? It's become protocol for this defense now. When this offense scores, it almost seems like the defense is like, okay, we got to get these points right back. This was one of these games, man, where I'm sitting there watching it. I'm like, man, if we lose, Dean Pease's job needs to be on the line. Arthur Smith has to separate himself from this guy. I get it. A lot of your DBs are out, bro. I understand that. However, I mean, your defense was just giving up draws left and right. Carolina would be looking at this game like we should have had this. We play them again in 2 weeks. By that time, hopefully we should have Hayward back because this boy Armstrong is just absolute cheeks at the DB position. He's trash as a corner. Armstrong is straight butt cheeks. So hopefully we get Hayward back. Hopefully we get AJ Terrell back. We get Cordell Patterson back in actually next week. It should be next week. So we should be good to go. The offense looked good, man. Marcus Mariota threw 2 picks. But however, let me holler at Vegas real quick. Vegas. We was only supposed to win 2 games, baby. We were supposed to win 2 games this year. So now we 4-4 now? Then who we got next on the books? Let's take a look at some of the stats. This was a classic, man. I'm not even gonna front. This was a bona fide classic, man. My hat's off to Carolina, man. Their defense. We gotta remember this is the same defense that put Tom Brady and Tampa Bay down last week, and we put up a 37 piece on them. We put a 37 piece on this defense, bro. Their offense. Listen, man, that running back looked like he might be the truth. But I'm going to take this. What's going on, Eldrick? Carlos says we died twice and came back to life. Cardiac Falcons. Yeah, man. I was for sure when Mariota threw that pick in OT. I was like, this a wrap. I was about to put my Desmond Ridder gloves on, bruh. I was about to put the Desmond Ridder gloves on because I'm like, Mariota, baby, you can't be doing this. And then Mariota got us down there with the run. Mind you, they had Atlanta at the bottom this year. 4th in the division. Now we're legitimately sitting here at number 1. Mind you, we should have beat the Saints. Mind you, they robbed us in Tampa. Mind you, the Rams had to take a safety to kill clock because we were starting to walk them down. This team, man, this team is overachieving right now. Alex, hold on. We got LA next week. The Chargers, yeah, but again, the Chargers ain't really playing good ball. Hell, we don't even know if Keenan Allen gonna be playing next week. Keenan Allen like Julio Jones over there now. Alex says the defense is trash. Mariota played a good game, to be honest, but I no longer believe in that defense. I clocked out on him. Yeah, I have to find other things to do when watching this defense to keep me from not losing my mind. Like I said, when the defense is playing, I got the sound on, but man, I'm playing Toon Blast and stuff on my phone, man. This defense is awful. And this is the second year. They ain't got no better. They have not gotten any better. But it just seemed like every time we would score, take the lead, defense is like, okay, we're going to give them the points right back. Oh, y'all need a 2-point conversion too? We'll get that to you. We'll get that to you also. There you go. That's on the house. Terrence says, what's up, Marcus? I'm glad I bought my blood pressure. Hey, man, this was one of those games. Falcons fans are very, very used to this type of game. However, we finally got the luck on our side on this game. If any one of those field goals goes through the hashes, we having a completely different conversation right now. I'm calling for Dean Pease' job if we lost. And matter of fact, man, I'm just not convinced that Dean Pease is the guy for this defense. A 62-yarder to DJ Moore? Them guys look like they were asleep back there. They had no timeouts, bruh. I'm sitting there with my mouth open. I'm like, man, hey, you know what? This is a Falcon thing to do. If the Falcons are gonna lose, this is the way we lose. But finally the worm is turned, man. Finally, we got a break. But we should have beat the brakes off of Carolina, man. We should have beat the brakes off this team. Because I'm sitting here looking at the team, and I'm like, man, the whole game, offensively, we're better than this team. Defensively, no. Defensively, we're trash. And it's probably going to be like that for the rest of the year. Now, if we get Hayward back, we get AJ Terrell back. Even when they were healthy, we were still 30th in passing. But I mean, at least there was some contest. Now these guys giving up all kind of draws out there. There was a when they scored, I think to take the lead the first time, these boys converted a 3rd and 13 and a 3rd and 18. And I knew they were going to convert it. Scooter says, hold on. Scooter says you got a 3rd string DB and an LB doubling a legit number 1 receiver. That's true. Armstrong shouldn't be in the lineup. I said this last week. I saw all I needed to see from Armstrong. He's cheeks. But even with that, y'all had the number. That should have never happened. I mean, he literally ran past Armstrong and then threw the other guy. I'm like, bro, what are y'all doing? This is coaching. Listen, man, I got a feeling they're going to give Dean Pease one more year. They're going to give him one more year because the argument is, hey, I didn't have the pieces I needed on defense in year one. Year two, we're still rebuilding. We don't have any money to go get anybody. Okay, so year three, y'all going to have money to bear. This defense better not be near. This defense needs to be a top 10 defense. The way this man talked last year, y'all remember Dean Pease was low-key talking reckless in these press conferences about the players on defense. So when they give you your defense, bruh, you better be a top 10 defense. Or you need to pack your bags and retire again. But my God, this defense was awful. I get it last week. You're just trotting Armstrong out there, and then AJ goes down with a hammy issue. I understand that completely, man. But you had a whole week to prepare for a team like this. Man, this team is basic. Man, this team folding over. But I see Arthur Smith took everybody's advice. Let's talk about this offense for a second, man. Arthur Smith took everybody's advice with getting Kyle Pitts involved because Kyle Pitts' numbers were absolutely atrocious through 6 or 7 games. They were absolutely awful. So first play of the game, I'm going to put that on Kyle Pitts because Kyle should have caught that ball. But it was good to see them actually get Kyle Pitts involved. And then he scored another touchdown. Drake London, I think he, what did Drake London go for? Let's see here. So Drake London had 4 for 31. Kyle Pitts had 5 for 80 yards and a touchdown. Damiere Byrd. Hey, listen, man. This boy here, this boy came out of nowhere. You can rest assured he gonna get some more playing time. And there was a Bryan Edwards sighting. There was actually a Bryan Edwards sighting. I mean, it was 1 reception for 3 yards. But, you know, there was a Bryan Edwards sighting. But the offense looked good. Offense looked good, man. Rushing the ball. I mean, Huntley went for 16 carries for 91 yards. Mariota had a 43 piece. Algier had 39 yards. I don't know why they got Zach down here, but he was -6 yards. But that's pretty much 150 yards of rushing again. And mind you, we're doing this with Huntley, who came off the practice squad. We cut him. We cut him in training camp, which I thought was, I didn't like that because he showed me enough. I'm like, man, this is a good back. They cut him, but then they signed him to the practice squad the next day. And then who went out? Damian Williams went out. So they brought in Caleb Huntley, and he's been eating since. Algier, rookie. These aren't even the guys that you expected to be in your backfield in the beginning of the season. And Atlanta's averaging 150. 4th in the league coming in rushing. Bird reminds me of Gage. Bird's got some wheels. Patterson's back next week. You know it's hunting season because he is going to put a lot on a defensive line, and you can line him up as a receiver. There's so many things you can do with Cordell Patterson. But the dope part is when he comes back, he's going to be getting #1 reps. But we already trust the guys behind him. We already trust Huntley. We already trust Algier. So you got a 3-headed monster right there. And remember, Damian Williams was supposed to be our #2 back. Julius, what's going on? Julius says Smith got to give up play calling. Hey, man, there was, I think when we came back in the 3rd quarter, our first drive in the 3rd quarter, I was like, what in the hell is Arthur Smith doing? I get, man, listen, Arthur wants to run the ball. That's just the bottom line. He wants to run the ball. To me, if the defense wasn't so ass, man, this offense would look even better. But this defense is straight butt cheeks, bro. So again, we got to get some guys healthy on defense, man. And hopefully they can cover up some of these flaws, but I just think it's the system. I just think Dean Pease isn't really as cracked up as Arthur Smith thinks he is. But man, listen, we dodged the bullet. We're sitting at number 1 in the NFC South with nobody above us. Tampa Bay looks like they're a shell of themselves. The Saints look good today. I mean, they played the Raiders, who, coming into this season, we thought the Raiders might be a team to be reckoned with. Turns out they trash. And the Saints walked all over them. But Carolina, man, I can't. Man, hey, listen, Carolina played a good game. That was an automatic classic that we saw. That's probably the best game today, as of now. It was back and forth, man, back and forth. Julia says, it ain't the defense's P's. It's your boy Scott G from the game. Oh, what's going on, man? Eldrick says, now you don't have to run Patterson into the ground. Yeah. Listen, man, I trust Huntley. I think these guys in the backfield are just what Arthur Smith needs. Marcus Mariota, he's week to week. With me, he's week to week. Marcus Mariota is like an injury report to me. He's week to week when it comes. He survived another week of being the starting QB. And in all honesty, when I look at his numbers, I mean, he was 20 for 28 for 253 yards, 3 touchdowns. That stat line is actually good, but when you factor in the interceptions, yeah. And then when the interceptions came, but he's still better than Matt Ryan right now. So I'll take that. But yeah, the game shouldn't have went into overtime. But hey, it is what it is, man. In hindsight, when I wake up tomorrow, I'll be like, we're number 1 in the division. We were number 1 walking. My bad, fam. I accidentally hit my power cord, and it cut everything off. But that's the benefit of having an iMac. It loads everything back up. So let me know if y'all can hear me. Terrence says, is that a Matt Ryan stat? Nah, Matt Ryan might have in this game, Matt Ryan might have went like 20, 25 or 49 for 363 yards and a loss. Okay, I'm good now. Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm proud of these boys, man. The offense stood up, the defense sat down, and we still ended up with the W. Again, we're in a good position, man, because you look at Tampa does not look good. The Saints look good in Spurs. They look good today. That don't mean they're going to look good next week. In Carolina, well, I got a feeling when we play Carolina in 2 weeks, we're going to beat the brakes off this team. But I'm going to give them their credit today. They came out and they fought their asses off, man, on the road. And they got Baker Mayfield healthy on the bench because he's ass. PJ played a decent game. But I don't think in 2 weeks this is going to go down the same way. I think we're going to absolutely blow the socks off this team. But we gotta get healthy, man. Like I said, hopefully we get Hayward back. Hopefully AJ Terrell's playing back, because I don't care how banged up they are 10 times better than Armstrong. Yeah, defense. Yeah, defense got sauteed today. They got cooked today. Straight up. Jack says, hey, Marcus, can you do this podcast with us seeing you? Your facial reactions are epic. Man, y'all don't want to see me today. Boy, if we would have lost. And plus, I'm coming. I don't know if I got a flu coming on or coming off. I felt because I was supposed to go to the game. Somebody invited me to the game, man, and I felt like trash. What was this? Wednesday or Thursday. Friday I felt good, and then yesterday, man, it was tea. Anything hot I can get my hands on. Soup. I got the damn heater on, so I look a hot mess right now, man. And probably when I get off of here, I'm probably gonna get me some more tea in my system. But I felt like crap yesterday, man. I'm gonna feel a lot better now. When I watch these later games, knowing that we sitting at the top. Oh yeah, Lorenzo Carter, man. Hey, look, there are a lot of guys. There are a lot of guys. Let me say this. We're supposed to be in a rebuild. So technically we're supposed to be awful. I'm criticizing this defense like we're supposed to be going somewhere, right? But Vegas only had us winning 2 games. So we're supposed to be bad. However, we're sitting above Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay was supposed to be the team that wins this division easy, because mind you, the Saints are kind of going through something. You can't trust Jameis Winston. They don't even know who their quarterback gonna be. Between who is that? It's Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston, and crap. His face is right in my head. Andy, what is it? Andy Dalton? They don't even know who their quarterback is. Michael Thomas, they think last week their whole wide receiving core was out. But they trash. And then you look, we have the 3rd easiest schedule left in the NFL. So we got we beat the Panthers. We got the Chargers next. Then we got the Panthers again. Then we have the Bears. Then we have the Commanders. Then we got the Steelers. The Commanders and the Steelers should be wins. I'm calling that now. So you're looking at, think about this. If we beat the Chargers, man, that's the first time we would have been over 500 since 2017, bruh. Now, you have some people, some conspiracy theorists that say, hey, ever since we've moved into Mercedes-Benz, we've been cheeks. Y'all know what they did to get that land. Y'all know what used to be there. Maybe they cursed. I can understand how somebody might believe that, because granted, we've had some heartbreakers in that stadium. But they said the same thing about the Braves. Said the same thing about the Braves. Man, Atlanta is a traumatized sports team. We've been through so much abuse, sports-wise. Look at when the Braves won last. Bro, the Braves were up 9-0. And people were still on pins and needles because the game wasn't over. That's how traumatized we are as a state, man. Look at when Georgia won. It was just like, and again, same thing about Georgia. Georgia can't win the big game. Braves can't get there, man. Y'all remember, man, there was a time where the Braves would win the pennant damn near every year. And then they get bounced out by a team that struggled to get there. But then you see the Braves win. Then you see the Bulldogs win. Now we're starting to see the Falcons on an upward trajectory. Julie says, on a lighter note, them boys almost made me drink up all my liquor. Save some of that liquor for next Sunday, man. Yeah. So you're looking at the Falcons, and granted, I talked about this in my video about Matt Ryan last week. Arthur Smith needs to get some credit. Terry Fontenot needs to get some credit for getting up off of Matt Ryan. Because do y'all think that Matt Ryan is pulling that, what was that, 20 some odd yards that Marcus Mariota ran to get us in field goal position? Y'all think Matt Ryan was doing that? Matt Ryan is on the bench now. And we was talking about signing this boy to a damn extension. Us not getting Deshaun Watson was the best thing to ever happen to this team, because it forced us to get off of Matt Ryan. People were looking at that with rose-colored glasses. They were looking at numbers. They were looking at stats. Matt Ryan is the best Falcons quarterback we've ever had. Now look at where he's at. On the bench. And he probably won't ever take another snap for the Colts, because he's got a damn $7 million injury clause in his contract. So there might be a situation where Matt Ryan, some team will pick him up. He'll be a backup though. Like I said 2 years ago. But the fact that Atlanta was about to give this boy a 2-year extension. And I'm looking at the games that we've won so far. I don't think we win in them with Matt Ryan. Because when you look at it, Mariota had the second most yards rushing today. Let me go back here and check this. Mariota had Marcus Mariota had 43 yards rushing. That was the second best. He had 4 more than Algier. And Algier had more than double the carries. But we had to move on. And I'm pretty sure that Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith knew this. Listen, man, they probably sat there and listen, this is probably how it went down. Arthur, Matt came to me and says he wants to be traded. Says he doesn't want to be here anymore. Well, started out the last 3 years with losing records. One of those years, they were 0-5 with him. Let me get Mariota on the phone real quick. Yeah, go ahead and do that. What you think we can get for him? Man, I don't care what you get for him. I got Mariota on the phone right now. Hey, Marcus, what's happening? What's going on, coach? Hey, I need you down here. I need you down here pronto. Mariota probably said, I'm on the next thing smoking. And they got your boy up out of here. What's going on, Wagan? He says, nice car, man. He says Huntley should be RB2 and Algier RB3. That is going to be a very, very interesting conversation because Damian Williams was supposed to be. Hold on. Let me see if Damian Williams is. What the hell is going on with this boy? Hold on, fam. Let me Google this real quick. I agree with you, though. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think Huntley has earned the right to be the second running back on the roster. Let me see what's going on with Damian Williams right now. There's really no news. I don't really see any news about him, so I could care less. They can get rid of him because I like what I'm seeing. Oh, what's going on, Sean? I like what I'm seeing from this tandem in Huntley and Algier. Between the both of them, they're getting 100 yards a game. Oh, he still got a concussion? Yeah. Put Huntley as your RB2 and Algier as your number 3 and move on. You got good years with these two guys. Algier is a rookie. Huntley coming off the practice squad. Yeah, go ahead and nice him up with a nice, medium contract. You already got Cordell Patterson for another year. There's your triple threat right there. I'd like to see Huntley and Algier come more out of the backfield and catch passes, similar to when we had Coleman and Freeman. We already know that Cordell Patterson can do that. But if you get that thing going, oh my God. But yeah, man, we're number 1. People didn't think that was going to go down this year. The Saints fans are salty because everybody thought that this might end up in a 4-way tie. Nope. We top dog. Bow wow. Until otherwise noted. Matter of fact, let me look at some before I go. Let me look at the NFC South, who everybody plays next week. Because we're gonna have a fight on our hands with the Chargers, because that boy they got as a quarterback, that boy ain't no joke. That boy is not a joke. So we're gonna have a fight on our hands. All right, the Buccaneers, their next game is against the Rams. That could go either way. But at the rate that Tampa's playing right now, I'm going to give that to the Rams. We scored 37 points today. Do y'all know that the Bucs have not scored? They've scored 30 points once this year. Once. All right, let's see who the Saints are playing. The Saints, ooh, man, that's going to be a game. The Saints have the Ravens next Monday. I don't know how to call that one. I don't know how to call that one, man. That's going to be a good game right there. I'm not even going to make a prediction on that one, man. That could go either way. In the Panthers, let's see. The Panthers have the Bengals. That's probably an L. So, worst case scenario, even if we lost, what's going on, Keonis? Even if we lost, we'd be in second place. Scooter says Herbert's damn near playing with broken ribs. Yeah, it's gonna depend on who they have, because again, Keenan Allen has been unavailable for the majority of the season, and even when he played last week, he did practically nothing. But Austin Eckler, he's a beast. So I'll be watching the injury report on that game to see who they're going to start, and hell, to see who we're going to start, honestly. But let me say, shout out to Alvin Kamara, man. Alvin Kamara got me a 42-piece in fantasy today. So I'm going to sit back and relax today. I'm like, between him and Waddle, man, I got like 85 points. So anyway, man, I'm up out of here. Great win from our Falcons. Much respect to the Carolina Panthers, man. They fought hard. But we're the victors. We're sitting top dog, number one in the NFC South, 2 games above what Vegas said we were going to have for the year, and we still got a lot of football left to play, man. So with that being said, I'm up out of here, man. Y'all have yourselves a great Sunday and have a fantastic week, man. And I will see you guys on here next week. Peace.